everybody, Jess from Two Real Geeks, bringing you guys another Geeks Kitchen. Today we're going to be doing something super exciting. You guys are going to love this one. This one is also good for anybody who's vegetarian. It's not vegan, but vegetarian. And it's awesome, and it's super easy. So we're going to be doing Crock Pot Eggplant Parm. So, let me show you everything we're going to need for this recipe. Alright, so this is everything we're going to need for this. Your crock pot, of course. But for ingredients, so you're going to use 1 or 2 eggplants. Now, that's going to depend on 2 things. The size of the eggplant and how thick you cut the slices. I like mine sliced very thin. If you like a thicker slice of eggplant, you can do up to about a 1/2 inch thick slice. If you like it that thick, like a 1/2 inch, you might need 2. I would probably definitely go for 2 at least the first time. Every once in a while you'll find like extra huge eggplants. This one's a decent size, but like a lot of times when people grow eggplants and give them to me, they're like massive. So in that case, I definitely always only need 1. You're gonna have about 1 pound, like you actually need about 12 ounces. The palio is 16. You can use pre-shredded mozzarella for this recipe. I've used it before. It works fine. I like the, good mozzarella for this recipe. So, as much as I hate to grate cheese, I'm going to go through it for the benefit of the eggplant parmesan. You're going to need a regular, about, 24-ounce jar of marinara. This one's actually 23. That's good enough. It's fine. Breadcrumbs, Parmesan cheese. So this is everything we're going to need. I'm just going to grate the cheese and slice the eggplant, and we'll be ready to go. Alright, so I got my eggplant ready. This will be 1, 2, 3. I don't even have to speed it up. So, nice and easy. Like I said, I slice my pretty thin. Alright, so eggplant's all ready. Gonna go ahead and grate the cheese. Like I said, the recipe calls for about, like all my recipes come from some original recipe I found and tweaked a little bit to some degree to make it work a little better, make it a little easier. So original recipe, I think, was for like 12 ounces of cheese, which is probably what's in the pre-shredded. And like I said, the pre-shredded works fine. You can totally use that. But I'm gonna go ahead and grate the cheese. So it'll work out just about, because, you know, I'm definitely going to eat some. And extra cheese never killed anybody. So alright, so we got everything ready. Cheese is grated, eggplant sliced. That's all the prep work for this. We're gonna go ahead and start putting it together. I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to start putting this together. Now, you know, eggplant parm is great, but everybody knows, like, the worst part about any kind of parm dish usually is that you have to, like, bread and fry everything before you know, make the Parmesan. And it's just so much hassle, it's such a mess, it takes so long. So that's what I love the most about this, is you don't have to, like, pre-fry the eggplant. Everything goes in the crock pot just like this, and it comes out exactly tasting like you fried it. And so it's so easy, so quick. I love it. We're gonna go ahead and put this together. Now, I don't normally have to, like, grease or, like, cooking spray my crock pot. Never sticks, so I don't like to do that. But if you have a crock pot that has a tendency to stick at all, you're gonna want to, like, spray it out with, like, cooking spray really quick before you layer up all the ingredients. It's gonna cook for 5 hours in total on low. Now, what I do is I do all the layers except for the top layer of cheese. I let it cook for 4 hours on low. Then for the last hour, I put the last layer of cheese on. Because if it cooks for the whole 5 hours, I find it to be a little too well done. And I like my cheese a little less well done than it came out the first time I let it cook the whole 5 hours. If you are setting it and leaving it, running errands, doing different things, you can definitely do that. You can put it all together at one time and cook it 5 hours on low. But if you're going to be handy and you can throw the cheese on during just the last hour at the end, I would really recommend it from my personal experience. So let's go ahead and I'm going to start showing you how to layer up the eggplant parm. So let's go ahead and start doing the layers. Gonna do one layer of eggplant. Alright, so we have a layer of eggplant. Gonna take your breadcrumbs and a 1/4 cup. I'm gonna take a bit of a generous 1/4 cup. You know me. I like to overdo everything a little bit. And you're just gonna sprinkle a layer of breadcrumbs over the top of the eggplant. Now you're gonna take your Parmesan cheese and gonna do the same thing. Sprinkle over. Okay. Do half of the pasta sauce. If you ever make homemade sauce and keep jars like in the freezer or something like that, perfect time to use them. I'm gonna do half of the mozzarella. Alrighty, that's beautiful, beautiful. We're gonna go ahead and do our second layer. Repeat the layers. So, like I said before, I'm going to wait until the last hour of cooking to put the top layer of cheese on. So, I'm gonna go ahead and set it for the full 5 hours and just keep an eye on it. You can set it however you're comfortable. You can set it for the 4 hours, add the cheese and set it for another hour. I'm going to cover the cheese with like saran wrap or press and seal and something like that, and keep it in the fridge. But definitely cover it with something, or it'll dry out a little bit during the time that you're waiting. I'm gonna program 5 hours on low. Cover it up. Oh, cheese. Little cheese dust escaping. Okay. I'm gonna cover that up. And that's it. So I'm gonna go chill out for about 4 hours. And I'll see you when it's time to add our last layer of cheese. Hope you had an excellent nap. I know I did. Got about an hour left. So I'm gonna add the... Don't peek in my fridge. I'm gonna add the rest of the cheese. Let this slow cook for 1 more hour, and we'll be ready to go. Got our final layer of cheese on. Gonna go ahead and cover her back up. And we'll see you in an hour. Alright, our 5 hours is up and we're all ready. And this is what it should look like. So we're gonna go ahead and dish that out and start eating. Alright, we're ready to go. Hope you guys try this recipe. Hope you love it. Let me know. But right now, I gotta go eat. Bye.